how people behave as a group. How people behave as a group is called culture. Now tell me, every day, do all of us clean our house? We keep it neat and clean?
Yes, sir.
So what is that called? Individually, I clean my room, I clean my house, I keep it neat and clean. This is called individual behavior, my mindset. This is called what? My mindset. But after cleaning all my house, where do I throw the garbage? Come on, please.
Dustbin.
We all clean our house and then throw the garbage. Are we disposing properly? Are we just throwing on the streets and roads? Come on. Are we disposing properly or are we simply throwing it out?
Disposing properly, sir.
If we are disposing properly, our culture is good or bad? Or if all of us dispose clean, dispose properly, our culture is good. Our country roads will look like Singapore. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But are our roads are neat, clean, properly maintained?
No,
Yes or no?
sir.
No. That means what is the problem? Our culture is bad. We think it is great. We think we all behave in a great manner as a group. Maybe individually we are great, but as a group we are worst. And that is why we see all our road in the worst conditions. So how we behave as a group is very important. That is what I am trying to change right from day one. But you're all fully resistant. I have dropped the idea of keeping more interaction with you. So culture should support the growth. Do you get my point? Culture should support the growth. You are running a company. There are 100 people working for you. And these 100 people are not cooperating with you. You are thinking to grow the company, but they are not cooperating. Tell me, will you be able to grow the company?
No, sir.
That is what happening right now in the training program also. You people are thinking that the shyness is very important. You must keep it with you. If you keep the shyness with you, and then nobody will see you as a confident professional. Nobody will see you as a because you every time you wanted to demonstrate the shyness. You don't want to speak. You don't want to see. I don't know who is going to partner with you, right? Company giving you a job is also a kind of partnering. Unless and until you demonstrate, first of all, you demonstrate a good culture, many companies will come to your campus. Oh, MGR student, very good. I must at least select 10 people from there. My requirement is 20 and half of them should be from MGR University. Why? Because it's a great culture. The students are they are very bold enough. They could handle any industry problem. They can more than their engineering knowledge, they are very smart. Such a thing you need to create. So same way, 5 years will help you to create an improvement culture. Everybody will be ready for the improvement. That's the first. And see here, parallelly there are other tools you can introduce. 5 years. What is this 3M? Are you aware of 3M?
Mura, Muri, Mura.
Very good. Mura, and Muri. And then My Machine campaign. What is My Machine campaign? See, in your college, every 15 students, is there a mentor faculty available? Am I correct or not? Every 15 student, there will be one mentor faculty. Am I right? Who will take care of all your difficulties. You're not answering my question. Do you have a mentoring system or you don't have? Is there or not? If it is not there, you say it is not there. Do you have a mentoring mechanism? Every 15 student or 30 student, one faculty will be a mentor. Is there such a thing available?
No.
So that's called a mentoring system. Every 15 students can work closely with one faculty, and then those 15 students will be guided by the faculty so that all the 15 will become employable, will become a very good entrepreneur if they want to be, right? And similarly, every machine in a company should be assigned to one employee. Every machine in a company should be assigned to one employee, and he is responsible for the upkeeping of the machine. In a company, let us say there are 10,000 machines. Every machine will be allotted to one employee. He may be operator or he may be manager. And now he is responsible. That is called the May Machine campaign. Now the company will, environment will be great. That's why it is called as improvement culture. Do you all understand what is improvement culture?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then quality excellence. What is quality excellence? Managing the quality. That is called quality management. Standards will be created. Process capability will be measured and improved. Okay, systems will be developed. Standards means any procedure, any process will be executed only in a particular manner. That's called a standard. How to operate a machine, how to run a machine. There is a standard. Training program. This is how it should happen. All are standardized. No confusions at all. People can do it. And process capability. What is my process? What is my capability? And I will keep on improving my capability. Improving the capability will improve effectiveness. What it will improve? Improving the capability will improve effectiveness. Okay. What is okay? Mistake proofing system. What is okay? Mistake proofing system. Like the seat belt example I told you. If I don't put the seat belt, one alarm will keep, alarming in my car. If I don't put the seat belt, my car will not allow me to start the engine. What is this called? Okay. Mistake proofing. Mistake proofing is good or bad?
Good.
If I keep my video on, during the training program, will I be able to do something else other than attending the training program? Come on, please. Come on, say yes or no. If I keep the video on condition, will I be able to do parallelly some other work like with your permission, I attended a phone call, right? Can I watch a movie while keeping my video on? Is it possible?
No, sir.
But can I do the same thing after switching off the video? Yes or no? Say something. I am not going to reduce your mark. I am not going to do anything. Just say something. I want interaction. Yes, if I switch off the video, will I be able to do whatever I want while attending the training program?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me which is mistake proofing. Keeping the video on is mistake proofing, or keeping the video off is mistake proofing?
Keeping the video off, sir.
Now do you understand the mistake what you are doing? Now tell me what kind of culture you have. Do you have an improvement culture? Come on. Say yes or no. I don't want you to change. Whether to change or not to change, you can decide. But only know who are you. That's all. Tell me, are you having an improvement culture? Yes or no? Come on, please. Yes or no? Yes means you say yes. I will really appreciate. No means you say no. Come on. Do you get my question? Right. You don't want to answer. Very good. Now the improvement culture is achieved. Quality excellence is achieved. Then I want to improve the cash flow. See, if you start a company, do you want to achieve this first? Am I correct or not? Will you be very careful in recruiting people? Am I correct or not?
Yes, sir.
You want good people or bad people for your company?
Good people, sir.
Good people. That means you want the culture first. Culture is the foundation for excellence. Culture is the foundation for excellence. That is why I am more worried about changing your culture. And you are not going to change the culture. Even training program and operational excellence will not help you. Nothing can help you. First thing you must ensure is you must set the foundation correctly. What is that we must set correctly? Foundation very correctly. So you hire good people, create good culture. Then quality excellence. What is quality excellence? You will not send any defective product outside of your company. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You will not send any defective product, because if a defective product goes out of your company, then people will start laughing about your company, and then customer will slowly vanish. Now both you have done. Now you would like to improve the cash flow. What is improving cash flow? You want to maintain both these things by spending less money. Am I correct? You want to maintain both these things by spending less money. How can I ensure that I maintain the quality also? I keep my people motivated also. At the same time, I spend less. How is it possible? I will work on inventory management. Do you understand? I will work on inventory management. What is inventory management? Produce only when there is a demand. Right? Keep only what is required to produce. Inventory means lower stock, less stock. Raw material, semi-finished, finished, everything, is I keep only less. And for that, you can use tools like SMED, single minute exchange of dice, and then red tag. Red tag is a part under 5S, and then containerization. Containerization means I keep everything, in certain container, maybe like a bin, some box, and there is no logic in it. Or because when I keep everything in certain box, I can easily understand how much stock I have, isn't it? If I put everything, just as the mud, and then I can't really understand how much I have. But when I keep everything in a proper box, then I can understand the inventory. So proper inventory management will improve the cash flow. Do you understand? Am I correct? Yes or no?
Sir.
Even if if somebody earns so many lakhs every month, if he doesn't spend properly, if he doesn't spend wisely, he can still get into debts. But a family earning less money, if they spend wisely, they can be financially free. Am I correct? We see many people who don't enjoy the financial freedom. Why? Because they spend more than what they earn. So spending should be less, inventory should be less. And now, going to the next level, productive work culture. What is productive work culture? So now you have minimized the inventory and everything. Now you wanted to improve the productivity. You wanted to improve the outcome of the result. How do you achieve outcome of the result? You create cellular layout. What is cellular layout? I make my people specialized in certain area. One person will be very specialist in design. One person will be specialist in in testing. One particular plant will have all my lathe machine. One particular location will have all my milling machine. That is called cellular layout. And then single component flow. What is single component flow? I don't send items in batches. I send items in units, single unit. Don't prefer lift, prefer escalator. What is the advantage? No waiting time. If you go to escalator, you don't have to wait. People will be keep on moving. But if you go to a lift, there will be waiting. So that is the advantage of single component flow. Multi-machine manning. Can somebody explain what is multi-machine manning? What is multi-machine manning? Come on, yeah, you can't think. The word itself has an explanation. What is multi-machine manning?
Sir, yesterday you have given one example, sir. At a place of doing 300 products by using a single machine, instead of that, we can use three machines. Each can be divided to 100 products, sir.
No. That is level. That is leveling. Multi-machine manning means one operator will handle more than one machine. Do you see sometimes people work coordinate with the two machines? Have you seen it in certain company? Yes or no? Yes or no? An operator will take item from previous machine and then load it in next machine. Have you seen such situation?
Yes, sir.
That is called what? Multi-machine manning. One person is working on more than one machine. So these are all will improve productivity, but you have to design everything properly. Otherwise, unnecessary accidents will happen. As a result, value added to employee cost. One employee is now delivering more. Now job enlargement happens. Process ownership happens. All these things happen. This is productive work culture. Now, paradigm shift. Now, what is paradigm shift? Paradigm shift. Now, one fine day, a complete cultural change, is observed, and then people have become, very enthusiastic, involved, and then they started producing double the result. Imagine I come to MGR University one fine day, probably after 3 months. I come to MGR University for doing a same program. I see all the students, very participative in the training program. I see each and every student, brilliant, talking very brilliantly. Everything is fantastic. They interact, they speak very, professionally, and they use all the terms which generally industries use. Will I be able to rate your institution, your students, better than the other institution which I normally see? Come on. Come on, say yes or no. Do you understand my, the situation? Come on, bud. Do you get my point or not? I'm trying to help you understand paradigm shift. So you don't want to understand this. Okay, we'll move on to this. Lean thinking. So what is lean thinking? I already we discussed. Lean thinking is, we eliminate the waste, non-value adding stuff. And in order to understand whether we take more time, than what is, the expectations from the client side, and also in order to make, the flow demand driven, we need to understand takt time. We need to understand the Kanban. Kanban means always there will be a signal which will say there is a demand. If there is a demand, then I immediately supply. No demand, I don't supply. And then similarly, the logistics management, you need to take care of all these things. If you take care of all these things, you will achieve stability, you will achieve reduced lead time, and you also achieve customer satisfaction. And over and above, on top of all these things, here I will place one more thing, Six Sigma. What is that I will place here? Six Sigma. So that your effectiveness will improve like anything, and then all future failures and problems will also start vanishing. This is called roadmap to excellence. Do you all understand? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
First, improve the culture, then aim for the quality excellence, then aim for improved cash flow, then aim for productive workflow, work culture, then aim for a paradigm shift, Then aim for lean thinking. This is what. So quality is meeting customer requirement consistently. Operational excellence is the execution of business strategy consistently and reliably than the competition. KPI helps us to monitor and improve the performance and meet our quality goals. Quality is always a function of customer, process, and employee requirement. 4 P's of TPS, Toyota Production System. Philosophy is everything. Right process produce right result, add value to people, and people will add value to the organization. And problem solving, solve problems at the root level. That's very important. These are the 4 pillars. Eliminate all wasteful activities using lean and prevent defects using Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma as operational excellence model will improve quality, reduce cost, and reduce the lead time to delivery. Lean tools for JIT and Jidoka. Lean tool for JIT and Jidoka. So JIT is just in time, and the Jidoka means some kind of trigger. Some kind of trigger. Trigger means some light, some sound, some clue, visual clue, color coding. These are all Jidoka. So 7 waste, Kaizen, 5 years, value stream mapping, one-piece flow, OEE. OEE means overall equipment effectiveness. TPM means total productive maintenance. Okay. SMED, Kanban, 3M, standard work. These are all the tools which can strengthen both your pillars. Six Sigma tools for defect reduction. Quality control tools. Today, Dr. Ravi will be teaching you one quality control tool called Pareto. He is going to teach you after the tea break. And the project management. You all do a project, and project must be completed within 3 months. So proper planning is important. That is called project management. So tools like project charter, and then tools like process value stream map, process flow chart, tools like correlation, regression. These are all coming under Six Sigma tools. Some of them are project management, some of them are decision making tools, right? You should be a master of all these things so that you can impact the business results. Use appropriate tools and methods to correct and prevent the failures to achieve operational excellence. So any questions? Any questions?